for another week.
Matt's season of The Bachelor comes to an end.
The Grammy Awards receive praise from critics.
And Oscar nominations have finally been announced. All that and more on Peeled starts right now. Host Liam Crowley alongside our esports expert Lucas Vogel. Lucas, I know I just put a ton of pressure on you with that title, but with all that being said, how's it going?
I'm doing well. I think esports expert's a bit much, but hopefully I can live up to the title.
I have no doubt you will. You clearly know your stuff. But I got to ask very broadly to start things out, what are esports and what exactly is being played right now?
Welcome back to Unpeeled. I'm Ella Mulligan.
And I'm Liam Crowley. Let's get right into our top story. The Talk is continuing their hiatus for a second week. CBS stopped taping the show to launch an internal investigation into a passionate on-air exchange between Sharon Osbourne and Cheryl Underwood. Their disagreement stems from Piers Morgan's reaction to Meghan Markle's interview with Oprah. Well, I mean, you mentioned it yourself. He's a professional. He's a class act. And it's hard to think of, like, a nice way to go about making someone submit in a UFC fight, but he definitely got around that.
It just shows how human these athletes are.
That makes this more of a nudge than a crackdown, but password sharers can ask the account owner for the code in the future. But experts are saying even a warning shot against piracy could change people's behavior. Ella, honestly, it makes sense from a business standpoint. I understand as a consumer, you might be a little, discouraged by this news, but Disney Plus is the hottest streaming service on the block right now, launching all their Marvel shows. Mandalorian was a great success, even last summer with Hamilton. Amazon Prime, Hulu, all these streaming services doing great numbers. Netflix, no longer the hot new guy on the block, so it makes sense. They want to ensure that all their subscribers are legitimate.
Yeah, definitely. Again, from a business standpoint, I get it. It makes sense. They want their money. They're putting out this content. They're going to need it. But at the same time, people are living in an age where you have to have 5 accounts to watch all the shows you want to. And so sharing this.
You could open up with the character of Doctor Strange is a really fun, bizarre character to go into, and he can open so many doors up with that, just with one character like that. So that could really shift the MCU into a bigger picture.
And that response, as a fan, just got me so excited for the future of these properties. And one thing I will add to that, the director of Doctor Strange, The Multiverse of Madness, Sam Raimi, the director of the Tobey Maguire original trilogy back in the early 2000s.
Bring it all back.
Take that information as you will, connect the dots as you will, but, it's out there. So let's get into some speculation now.
And essentially, it has staying power because of Lipa's marketability and the lyrics and production.
Well, all night I was left foot, right foot levitating. She has some bangers in her discography, but I got to ask about the controversies. You mentioned at the top that there were some snubs. Can you get into that a little bit?
Of course. So prior to the event, all the talk was surrounding The Weeknd and Justin Bieber to a certain extent. But we'll get on Bieber.
So as I mentioned in the open, this is a groundbreaking story, and I understand this announcement didn't exactly come from out of nowhere. So can you kind of take me through Habib's thought process of making this retirement announcement at this stage in his career?
Yeah, just when you thought 2020 couldn't get any more surprising, it does. And for people who don't know, Habib's dad...
And wrapping up our news, The Haunting of Bly Manor is the #1 series to stream on Netflix. Natalie, I gotta say right off the bat, I watched the predecessor to The Haunting of Bly Manor, The Haunting of Hill House, only got through 4 episodes. I was pretty spooked, so I don't know if I have the guts to get through this show.
I'm not a big fan of scary stuff myself,
Someone
but...
like McGregor, maybe they would come back because he has more to prove. Habib, it sounds like he's kind of cemented himself as what, in your opinion, seems to be the greatest lightweight of all time. Now I have to ask, is he the GOAT overall? Across all divisions, is Habib the best mixed martial artist we have ever seen?
Listen,
Has hinted at the possibility of retiring from music altogether in an interview for Vogue's April cover. She feels that she still isn't taken seriously in the music industry. Cardi B was quick to voice her opinion on Twitter, saying Gomez needs at least one more edgy era before she can leave music for good. Now, Ella, I think that let's start with the good stuff out of this story. It's great to see her branching out into new music. I love the new vibe we're getting. Her song with DJ Snake called Selfish Love was fantastic. And Baila Conmigo, I mean, I really like that one, much more upbeat. I dug the vibe, and I like that she's changing up her genre. Good stuff for Selena.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a huge fan of Spanish music, and to see her coming into this new role in this new era of hers, I was so happy to see her really embracing that Latina heritage because that is a big part of her. And I think...
Well, you heard it here first. John Jones, still the undisputed GOAT in the UFC world. Habib, a close #2. A seismic shift in the MMA world with Habib's announcement. We'll have to stay tuned to see who steps up in the lightweight division to fill those massive shoes that Habib is leaving. with his retirement. That's all the time we have for you on this webisode edition of Unpeeled. Make sure you stay on the lookout for another webisode this weekend where myself and a debuting Lucas Vogel will be talking all things esports. Follow us on Twitter and all our socials, Facebook, Instagram, and be on the lookout for the Friday Entertainment Tap on the CitrusTV official Instagram account. For Yao Bonsu, I'm Liam Crowley. Take care.